When someone asks you to make a speech in a meeting, the moment you reach the podium, your heartbeat increases, your stomach gets upset, and your mind goes totally blank. The fear of public speaking pulls you down. It makes you totally incapable. This fear is there in everybody, but some people, with their practice, they have successfully overcome it by following certain tips. In today's video, I am going to explain you 10 such tips for getting rid of this fear. The video is very useful to everybody, including the students who attend various job interviews, including the employees and executives who participate in various review meetings. Here is a surprising thing. People who can make good conversation when they are with friends and colleagues, and people who are good in communication and share lot of knowledge, such people also, when you ask them to go to stage and speak a few words, the fear starts. Now the question is whether we can really get rid of this fear. Experience has shown that people are capable of reducing many of their fears, but the fear of public speaking is something which is not easy to get rid of. It requires a lot of effort. The ideas and solutions which I am going to suggest in this video will definitely work for you and improve your public speaking skills. Once you improve your public speaking skills, once you get rid of this fear, you can better impress the interview committee in various job interviews, and you can better present your viewpoint in various review meetings and have the best career growth. More than that, once you master the art of public speaking, you can market yourself to hundreds of people by your single talk. 2 points we should clearly understand about the fear of public speaking. The first one, every speaker has this fear in the initial stages, but he will slowly reduce it by practice. The second one, nobody can fully get rid of this fear. Some fear will always be there. The amount of fear depends on the topic and the audience. Today you are able to speak to a particular audience on a particular topic comfortably without any fear. But tomorrow, if you are asked to speak to some other group of audience on some other topic, you may have fear. Why do we get fear at all? Before we try to get rid of fear of public speaking, we should first understand why we get fear at all. The main reason for fear is that people are watching us. They are looking at us. They are assessing us. Most of the times, fear comes from the fact that we have not thoroughly prepared on that topic. Sometimes, fear comes from the fact or from the feeling that the audience are more knowledgeable. Now let us start discussing the 10 ideas one by one on how to get rid of fear. The first point, thorough practice. Normally we think that practicing once or twice is enough, but the great public speakers across the world have revealed their secret that they practice 20 or 30 times. Do you believe it? If you don't believe it, I'll tell you another surprising thing. The best speakers among them, the best orators among them practiced more than 100 times. This is the reality. If you have an interview or you are required to give a talk, you can get rid of fear or you can reduce your fear only when you thoroughly prepare on that. When you know the topic, when you made the best preparation on that, and when you are capable of answering the questions of audience, then there is nothing to fear at all. Remember, the more organized you are, the less nervous you will be. Second point, rehearse well the beginning part of the speech. When you start speaking, internally you should feel that you are making the best speech and audience are receiving it very well. That feeling will enhance your confidence. The second reason why we should rehearse the beginning part of the speech is audience will listen to you with rapt attention only in the first few seconds or maximum 1 minute. Whether they continue to listen to you depends on how effectively you are speaking in the first few seconds. That's why rehearse well the beginning part of the speech. For that reason only it is said that start your speech with a humorous quote or an interesting anecdote or a practical incident which has happened recently. Third point, focus on audience. When you are making a public speech, don't see yourself, see the audience. This is the most important technique. If you focus on you and yourself, your fear will increase. If you are observing yourself, how you are standing, how you are holding the mic, or how you are moving on the stage, if you observe these things, your fear will certainly increase. Instead of that, simply look at the audience. In the initial stages, if you cannot look at the entire audience, at least look at a few faces in the audience who are responding to your talk and who are expressing happiness about your talk. If you start doing it, certainly your fear will slowly come down. Fourth point, face the fear. The best thing to get rid of fear is to face it. It is true. We can reduce our fear only when we face it, but we should learn how to face it. We should do it slowly. In the beginning, start speaking to yourself to improve your fluency and communication skills. You can make use of my video which is given above. Then start speaking before a mirror, observing yourself. After that, start speaking before a small gathering of your friends who can appreciate your talk. After that, you can start speaking in informal functions. Once you are thorough with your communication skills and once you enhance your confidence level, then you can stand before a larger audience and you can successfully make a speech there. Remember, before you face the audience, understand what type of audience they are, what is their knowledge level, and what is their level of understanding. Fifth point, visualize your success. Fear comes out of thinking only. It is totally psychological. It is imaginary. God has given us imagination for the purpose of creativity. But unfortunately, we are using this imagination for creating fear and anxiety. In fact, fear is not at all there. Once you understand it, then start fighting the fear with your positive feelings. To counter the fear, visualize in your mind that your speech is getting well received by the audience. They are clapping their hands in happiness. And the organizers are appreciating you for a wonderful talk. If you visualize like this, your fear comes down to a great extent. Sixth point, humor in your talk. Humor is an incredibly powerful tool which brings any difficult situation to normal. We only know that humor makes the audience attentive and gets them engaged in the talk. But more than that, humor reduces the load of fear and anxiety in the mind of the speaker. So create some humor in your talk to transform the moods of audience as well as the speaker. Seventh point, mix your talk with the native language. If you are comfortable in the language in which you are speaking, naturally your fear will go away. On the other hand, your fear increases if you are required to speak in a language which is not your mother tongue. For example, you are making a talk in English. If Hindi is your mother tongue and it is understood by the audience also, then there is nothing wrong in blending your English talk with Hindi. It not only reduces your fear, but with this, your talk reaches the audience more effectively and they are well connected. Eighth point, PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation reduces your fear to some extent because when there is a presentation going on, people look at that only, not you. So it's a great relief. Added to that, With the support of presentation, your talk goes forward in a structured way. So you need not remember the entire talk. Ninth point, your fear is not visible. When we become nervous while making a public speech, we feel bad about it. Absolutely, there is no reason to feel bad about it because being nervous in public speaking is common to every speaker. Another surprising thing I'll tell you, even if you are nervous from inside, even if you have fear from inside, it is not visible to the audience. Your audience cannot watch it. So, absolutely, there is no reason to feel bad about your nervousness. 10th point, body language. The way you stand at the podium, the way you give facial expressions, the way you move your hands while speaking indicate your body language. A person who plants himself behind the podium like a statue indicates to everybody that he is full of fear. On the other hand, a person who gives suitable facial expressions and body movements brings dynamism into his talk. In conclusion, let us remember all the 10 points once again. We can get rid of the fear of public speaking by practicing thoroughly, by rehearsal of the beginning part of the speech, by focusing on the audience, by facing the fear, by visualizing the success, by mixing the talk with the native language, by creating humor in the talk, by using the PowerPoint presentation, by understanding that the fear is not visible, and by using the body language. Thank you very much. Please like the video and share it to your friends. Don't forget to give your feedback in the comments box below the video. You can also share your experiences, how you could get rid of your fear of public speaking. And finally, subscribe to the channel Better Way of Life.